soldier in the Israeli Defense Forces, and this is who I am. I served in Israeli Special Forces in the paratroopers district has been taken in Lebanon 3 years ago in the last war. I was a battalion commander in the paratroopers. I spent 2 years in the Pentagon as an anti-terror consultant. The career was in front of me as an officer in the Israeli army. And just after this war, 3 years ago in Lebanon, we went to visit one of my soldiers that got wounded. The soldier, Benny, he lived in Rehovot, in a neighborhood called Kiryat Moshe. Anyone been to Rehovot? Anyone? Good. I was born in Rehovot. I was born in Kiryat Moshe, in this neighborhood. And we went to visit him. He got wounded, he got a bullet in his shoulder. We went to visit him, a long trip from the north. And I told my soldiers, you know what, I was born in Rehovot, I haven't been there for 15 years. I'm going to take you to the best falafel restaurant in Israel. So we stopped there at Falafel Kariti in Rehovot. We had the falafel, and it was 8 of us with 2 Hummer vehicles, 8 paratroopers coming from the north with M16, red berets. And after the falafel, we asked the guy over there, since I know the neighborhood, how do we get to the actual address? And he told us, are you seriously going there alone at night? Which was a very scary thing for us. Anyway, we got to the Hummer vehicles, we turned on, and we drove to the address. And when we got to the neighborhood, we figured out why he was saying that and what point was in his mind. I lived in DC for 2 years. Anyone is from DC? Good. You know the time when you drive to a meeting in the Capitol Hill and take the wrong turn and get to the best part of DC? Yeah. You know the feeling that you have? This is the feeling that I had when I got to this neighborhood. A very violent atmosphere, alcohol, drugs, out there in the street. See teenagers, you see people just hanging out, doing nothing, and basically looking for trouble. In Israel, the statistics show that almost every month a teenager, not speaking about adults, a teenager under 18 is being killed in this neighborhood. A very, very, very tough neighborhood. Make long story short, we got into the apartment, 2 bedrooms apartment with 8 brothers and sisters, obviously a very poor place, no TV, no electronics, just a mattress lying on the floor, and 8 kids over there. 5 of them were teenagers, about the age of, I would say, 13, 14, 15, and my soldier. And we started a conversation, and from a half an hour visit, it became like 3 and 4 and 5 hours of a very, very long and disturbing conversation about the condition and about their options and about their future. And what strikes me is the feeling that I got that they really don't believe that they have any future. Like there is no solution for the situation that they are in. There is no way out. It's the lack of hope that really strikes me. We drove back. I drove back to my home and made a lot of thinking after that event and decided that this is a good time to change the course of my life and try to look for new challenges. And I was looking for a few months for a non-profit in Israel. I knew that it's going to be with non-profit. I knew that kids and youth will be involved. And this is how I find Elem. This is me now. Elem is the biggest non-profit in Israel that take care of youth at risk. Just short statistics and numbers. In Israel there are about 300,000 youth between the age of 12 to 18 known to the social services. We call it youth at risk. We have a small chart that describes the problem and the numbers. Normative youth, people who just have teenager problems, eating disorders, parents are breaking up, and obviously it's, something happens in the family. Even problems like my boyfriend left me, and I think that this is a really good cause to kill myself. and so on and so on. We call it a normative use situation, and this is something that we do. We are speaking about the marginal risk if kids who are